Hi. We're once again putting off ghost stories for another week or so. We're gonna set aside the hauntings and we're gonna go deep into hauntology because at the end of the day, being haunted by the future that will never come, that's in many ways more relatable to a lot of us, even those of us that are currently sitting in a haunted funeral home. Anyway, this story takes place once again at the inaugural of Barack Obama, whereas Super Mechagodzilla's story is about just taking all the right-wing fears and the left-wing hopes and putting them into a surreal soup. This is just going whole hog on parodying the nascent Tea Party and what 8 years of Obama would mean for America. And I keep coming back to it because it always makes me smile. There's a lot less. It's a lot less mind-bending, and it's just more of a sensible chuckle for me now. So this is it. This is the ballad of King Hussein Obama the First. King Hussein Obama the First, flanked by his bodyguards, stepped out of his blinged limo Escalade and marched up the gold-lined marble steps of the Washington Palace. It should have been a glorious day, yet under his heavy yet exquisite crown of carved human fetus ivory, his brow was ridged deeply as he silently brooded. Still, his posse, boomboxes on their shoulders, dance-walked up the steps, chains and gats jangling over the den as they grabbed their crotches. As his trusted associates T-Von and Mook Mook the Bushman pushed open the grand organic farm-grown cruelty-free redwood doors paid for by his 95% tax rate, he stepped into the antechamber of the gold-domed palace. Outside, Sharia ventualism reigned, but in here, his word was law, and all his white teen sex slaves cowered before his glare more even than the hemp whips of their latte-drinking tweeted atheist masters. He walked down the hallway toward his office, and a prisoner in chains passed before him, led by two turban-wearing Mexicans. He spotted the king and began shouting curses. "You fascist! I knew it! I knew it! I told them, but they wouldn't listen. That your healthcare platform was a slippery slope to all this. You won't get away with this. The will of the free market will not be denied. Silenzio in the presence of the king, prisoner." Sorry. Okay. King Obama spotted a chance to improve his ill mood. "Bring him here. Good. Give me his file." The king looked over the prisoner's dossier. A long list of crimes against the state, and a repeat offender. "You'll never get away with this. Never." "Hush now, Mr. Jack. We have ways of dealing with unruly sorts such as yourself." "Praise be to Allah, senor." "Pih! I spit at your torture. The free market gives me strength." "Oh no, nothing as gauche as that." The king grabbed a syringe from the outstretched hands of one of his nearby break-dancing bodyguards and plunged it deep into the man's hapless neck. "Now you are immune to rubella." Kyle's lingering, echoing screams of tormented horror brought a slight smile into the crack of Obama's stony brown face. Then he walked into his lavish, velvet-lined office and shut the door behind him. He motioned for his bodyguards to leave the room, and he addressed the giant screens hanging over his desk. "Screen 1 on. Connect to Emperor bin Laden of Arabia. Screen 2, Hugo Chavez of the USSR. Screen 3, the High Elder of Zion." The three figures appeared live via satellite. "Gentlemen," began Obama darkly, "it's time to have a conversation." Now, for those of you who only really started paying attention to politics in 2016, it might do you some good to know that this was a parody, but it's not that far off from what your aunts or uncles were probably posting on Facebook at the time, or MySpace. It's always been bad. It is always going to be bad. There's always going to be more. It's always going to be worse. But if you put your best foot forward and you keep fighting, you will produce something beautiful like this. There's like it's again, it's the height of you had to be there, but goddamn, that really captured the moment. I want this etched on my tombstone. Actually, I don't want a tombstone. Just throw me in a river somewhere.